My name's Jake Tanner, and I've been married to my wife, Lisa, for 9 years. We've got a little fixer-upper house out in the suburbs, nothing special, just a two-story with a big yard and a roof that don't leak too bad. I'm a carpenter by trade, been swinging hammers and running saws since I was old enough to hold them steady. Lately, I've been working on a new deck out back, something Lisa had been nagging me about for months. She wanted it done before her big family reunion in July, and I figured it'd be a nice surprise to have it ready early. It was a sunny Saturday in late March 2025 when everything went sideways. I've been up since dawn, tearing out the old rotten boards and laying down fresh cedar planks. The smell of sawdust and wood stain was thick in the air, and I was feeling good, muscles sore in that satisfying way. Around noon, I was under the deck, tightening some joist hangers, my head crammed between the beams, tools scattered around me like a mechanic's garage. Lisa wasn't supposed to be home yet. She'd gone to some yoga class with her best friend, Tara. I didn't hear the back door creak open over the hum of my drill, but I sure heard their voices when they stepped onto the porch above me. "You told Jake you're splitting yet?" Tara asked, her tone casual, like she was asking about the weather. Lisa laughed, sharp and bitter. "Not a chance. I've got to lock down that bonus at work first. Then I'm taking my cut of the savings and bolting." I stopped breathing. My wrench slipped in my sweaty hand, clinking against a nail. I held still, praying they hadn't heard it. Under that deck, I was invisible, just a shadow in the dirt, but my whole world was tilting. Tara chuckled. "What's the plan? Wait till the reunion, then drop the bomb." "Nah," Lisa said, her voice dropping low, "all business. Once that bonus hits 10 grand, maybe more, I'm gone. I've got a condo lined up downtown. Been stashing stuff at your place already. Jake won't see it coming. He's too busy sanding boards to notice I've checked out." My chest tightened like someone had parked a truck on it. 9 years, and she was talking about me like I was some dumb dog she could kick out the door. Tara asked if she was worried I'd catch on, and Lisa snorted. "Jake? He's a simple guy. Work, eat, sleep. He'll be gutted, but he won't push back. I'll have everything sorted before he blinks." They kept talking logistics, money, how she'd drain our joint account after the bonus cleared. She'd been funneling cash into a secret stash for months, she said, little by little. I lay there, flat on my back in the mud, listening to my wife carve up our life like it was a Thanksgiving turkey. The reunion? Just a cover. She didn't want her folks asking questions till she was set. They moved inside after a bit, voices fading, and I stayed put, staring at the underside of the deck I'd built for her. When I finally crawled out, my knees were shaking, not from the work, but from the rage boiling in my veins. I wanted to storm in, flip the table, and demand answers. But something colder took over. She thought I was predictable? Too simple to fight? I'd show her different. I grabbed my hammer and went back to work, driving nails with a fury I hadn't felt since I was a kid scrapping in the schoolyard. By the time Lisa came out later, all smiles and asking if I wanted lemonade, the first half of the deck was done. I grinned back, said sure, and played the part of the clueless husband she figured me for. That night, we sat on the couch, her scrolling her phone, me pretending to watch some car show. She leaned against me, all cozy, and I felt sick, like her touch was a lie I couldn't unfeel. After she went to bed, I stayed up, pacing the garage. I dug through our files, found her laptop unlocked for once, and spotted transfers, $200 here, for $100 there, to an account I didn't recognize. I snapped photos with my phone, hands trembling but steady enough to get proof. By 2 a.m., I was texting my buddy, Mike, a guy who'd been through his own messy split. "Need to talk, man. Life's gone to hell. Lunch tomorrow." He shot back, "Hell yeah, noon at Rusty's." Sunday morning, I was back at the deck before Lisa stirred, acting like nothing was wrong. She kissed my cheek on her way out to run errands, and I just nodded, already plotting. That deck was going to be perfect, every board straight, every screw tight. But while I worked, I was building something else too, a way to turn her game upside down. She'd regret betting against Jake Tanner. Sunday morning hit me like a freight train, but I was up before the sun, coffee in one hand, hammer in the other. My name's Jake Tanner, and if you're just tuning in, I'd caught my wife, Lisa, plotting to ditch me in our 9-year marriage under the deck I was building her. She didn't know I'd heard, and I wasn't about to tip my hand, not yet. I had a deck to finish and a plan to hatch, and I'd be damned if I let her see me sweat. The backyard was quiet, just the chirp of birds and the occasional bark from the neighbor's mutt. I was out there laying cedar planks, measuring twice, cutting once, carpenter habits die hard. Every whack of the hammer was a way to keep my head from spinning. Lisa's words from yesterday kept looping in my skull. He won't see it coming. Too busy sanding boards. Won't push back. She thought I was some soft pushover, and that lit a fire in me hotter than a blowtorch. By the time she wandered out in her pajamas, yawning and holding a mug, I'd already framed out half the railing. "Looking good, Jake," she said, sipping her coffee like she hadn't spent yesterday carving up our life with her friend Tara. "You're ahead of schedule." "Yep," I grunted, not looking up from the level I was balancing. "Figured I'd get it done quick for you." She smiled, all teeth, no heart, and went back inside. I watched her go, wondering how I'd missed the mask she'd been wearing. 9 years, and I'd thought we were solid, like a well-built frame. Turns out, she'd been termites in the joists the whole time. Lunch with Mike was my lifeline. I met him at Rusty's, this dive bar with sticky floors and the best burgers in town. He's a big guy, ex-linebacker turned mechanic, with a divorce under his belt that had left him wiser and meaner. I slid into the booth across from him, and before the waitress could even drop the menus, I spilled it all: Lisa, Tara, the deck, the bonus, the condo, the secret cash. His jaw tightened with every word, and when I finished, he leaned back, cracking his knuckles. "She's playing you like a fiddle, man," he said, voice low and rough. "But you've got the jump on her. That's gold. Don't waste it." "What do I do?" I asked, tearing into a fry like it owed me money. "Part of me wants to burn the damn house down and walk away." Mike shook his head. "Nah, you don't torture your own work. You hit her where it hurts, her wallet, her pride. Get your ducks in a row. Money first, secure what's yours. Then lawyer up. My guy, Dave, he's a shark. Saved my ass when my ex tried to bleed me dry." I nodded, soaking it in. "She's banking on that bonus next week. Said it's her ticket out." "Then you move faster," Mike said, stabbing the table with a finger. "Lock down your half before she can touch it. Document everything. Those transfers you found? That's ammo. And don't let her know you're onto her till you're ready to drop the hammer." We spent the next hour hashing it out: bank accounts, assets, a timeline. Mike's ex had pulled some slick moves, so he knew the playbook. "Keep working that deck," he added. "Let her think you're still the clueless lug she pegged you for. Surprise is your ace." Back home, I threw myself into the railing, staining the wood a deep walnut Lisa had picked out months ago. She'd been all excited then, talking about barbecues and string lights. Now I knew it was just noise to keep me busy while she plotted. When she got back from her errands, probably stashing more crap at Tara's, she came out with a beer, all sweet and chatty. "Deck's gonna be perfect for the reunion," she said, leaning against the house. "Mama love it." "Yeah," I said, brushing stain on smooth and even. "Gonna be something." I didn't say what. That night, I waited till she was snoring, then slipped into the garage again. Her laptop was still unlocked. Dumb luck or her arrogance, I didn't care. I dug deeper, found emails to Tara about the condo lease, signed last week, move-in set for mid-April. There were bank statements too, more transfers to that mystery account, $3,500 total over 4 months. I photographed it all, my heart pounding but my hands steady. Then I called my bank's 24-hour line, set up a new account in my name only, and scheduled a transfer for Monday, half our savings, $28,000, fair and square. Monday morning, I was back at it, installing the deck stairs while Lisa got ready for work. She came out in her fancy office clothes, kissed my forehead, and said, "You're the best, Jake. Love how hard you work." I smiled, told her to have a good day, and watched her drive off. The second her car was gone, I sat on the unfinished steps, hands shaking, not from anger now, but from purpose. I called Dave, Mike's lawyer, and booked a meeting for Wednesday. Then I texted Mike. "It's on. Money's moving tomorrow. Lawyers in play." The deck was taking shape, strong, level, a thing of beauty. But under it, I was rigging something else, a reckoning Lisa wouldn't see till the sawdust settled. She wanted to play me? Fine. I'd build her dream deck and tear her world apart, one careful cut at a time. "Hey, it's Jake Tanner again, your friendly neighborhood carpenter who's currently living a slow-motion train wreck." By Monday morning, March 31st, 2025, I'd been carrying the weight of Lisa's betrayal for 2 days, her voice still echoing under that deck, plotting to gut me and our 9-year marriage. I'd heard her and Tara lay it all out. The bonus, the condo, the secret cash she'd been siphoning. She thought I was too busy with my tools to notice her slipping away. Well, I was noticing now, and I was done playing the fool. I was up early, out back staining the deck stairs a rich walnut, the kind of color that makes a house feel warm. The sun was barely peeking over the fence, and the air smelled like wet grass and would finish. Lisa shuffled out in her robe, hair a mess, sipping coffee. "Stairs look great, Jake," she said, all sleepy and sweet. "You're killing it." "Thanks," I said, keeping my eyes on the brush. "Want it perfect for you." The words tasted like sawdust, but I kept my tone steady. She nodded, oblivious, and went back inside to get ready for work. I watched her through the kitchen window, pouring cereal, checking her phone, probably texting Tara about how smooth her exit plan was going. Little did she know, I'd already kicked mine into gear. After she left, I finished the stairs and grabbed my phone. First call was to the bank. I confirmed the transfer, $28,000, half our joint savings, was sliding into my new solo account as we spoke. Fair's fair. I wasn't going to be the guy who takes it all, but I sure as hell wasn't letting her clean me out. Next, I pulled up the photos I'd snapped of her laptop. Bank transfers, condo lease, emails. It was all there, a paper trail of her double life. I emailed copies to myself and Mike, then tucked my phone away. Evidence was my hammer now, and I'd swing it when the time was right. Work was next. I'm a freelance carpenter, so I called my next job, a porch rebuild across town, and pushed it back a day. Told him I had a family thing. Wasn't a lie, not really. Then I headed to the hardware store for more stain and some deck screws, but mostly to clear my head. Driving my beat-up Ford, windows down, I kept replaying Lisa's words. "He won't push back." It stung, but it also fueled me. I'd push back so hard she'd feel the splinters. Back home, I threw myself into the deck railing, sanding till my arms ached. Physical work's always been my therapy, keeps the demons quiet. Around 3 p.m., Mike swung by, still greasy from the auto shop, a six-pack of Bud in hand. We sat on the half-finished deck, popping cans, keeping our voices low so the neighbors wouldn't catch wind. Money's moved, I told him, wiping sweat off my brow. Lawyers Wednesday. What's next? Mike took a long pull, then grinned. Good start, man. Now you dig deeper. Check her phone if you can texts, calls, whatever. She's sloppy, leaving her laptop open like that. Bet there's more. And lock down anything else she might grab, tools, truck, that kind of stuff. Truck's in my name, I said. Tools too. She wouldn't know a router from a rake anyway. He laughed, but it faded quick. Don't underestimate her. She's got Tara in her corner, and they're scheming. You gotta be 2 steps ahead. I nodded, sipping my beer. She's expecting the bonus any day. Said it's her green light to bolt. Then you've got till then to batten down the hatches, Mike said. Finish the deck, keep her happy, but get your exit ready. When she pulls the trigger, you're already gone. We clinked cans, a silent pact. Mike left before Lisa got home, and I went back to staining, the rhythmic brush strokes calming my nerves. She rolled in around 6, all chipper, carrying takeout bags from that Thai place she loves. Thought we'd celebrate the deck progress, she said, kissing my cheek. I smelled perfume new, not hers. My stomach twisted, but I smiled. Sounds good, I said, setting the brush down. We ate on the couch, her feet in my lap, some dumb reality show blaring. She talked about work, how her boss hinted the bonus might drop by Friday. I nodded, laughed when she did, played the part. Inside, I was counting days 4 till Wednesday, maybe 6 till her bonus. Time was tight. Later, she showered, and I grabbed her phone off the counter. Passcode was still our anniversary. Ironic, huh? I scrolled quick. Text to Tara about the condo. Can't wait to be free, and a guy named Greg from work. Nothing steamy, but flirty enough to make my jaw clench. Drink soon, she'd written. I snapped pics, put it back, and joined her in bed, lying stiff as a board while she snuggled up, clueless. Tuesday morning, I was back at it, installing the deck's top rail. Lisa left for work, all smiles and love you, Jake. I waited till her car was out of sight, then sat on the steps, staring at the yard. The deck was damn near done. Beautiful, sturdy, everything she'd wanted. But it wasn't for her anymore. It was my cover, my alibi, while I built a wall she couldn't climb. I texted Mike. Found more. Greg from work. Game's heating up. He replied, stay cool, man. We've got this. The stain dried slow, but my resolve hardened fast. Lisa thought she'd blindside me. She had no idea I was already swinging. It's me, Jake Tanner, back at it on Tuesday afternoon, April 1st, 2025. The deck out back was damn near a masterpiece, cedar planks gleaming under fresh stain, railing solid as a rock. 9 years with Lisa, and I'd poured my soul into this house, thinking it was ours. Now I knew better. She was plotting to ditch me, snag her bonus, and run off with half our cash to some condo downtown. I'd overheard it all under that deck Saturday, and I'd been playing dumb ever since, building my own plan while she thought I was just her handy chump. I was screwing in the last of the deck lights when my phone buzzed. Mike, my buddy who'd been through his own divorce hell. You good, man? He texted. Lawyer tomorrow? Yeah, I shot back. Deck's done. Meeting Dave at noon. Dave was Mike's shark of an attorney, and I was counting on him to keep Lisa from gutting me. I'd already moved $28,000, half our savings, into my own account yesterday, and I had pics of her secret transfers, condo lease, and flirty text with some clown named Greg from work. My toolbox was filling up with ammo. Lisa got home around 6, all bouncy, carrying a pizza box. Deck's gorgeous, Jake, she said, setting it on the counter. We should have folks over this weekend, show it off. Her eyes sparkled, but I saw the mask now, every smile a lie. Sure, I said, grabbing a slice. Whatever you want. I kept it light, but my mind was racing. She mentioned her bonus again. Might hit Friday, she said, all casual. I nodded, chewed, and watched her scroll her phone, probably texting Tara or Greg. We ate on the couch, her laughing at some sitcom, me forcing chuckles while my stomach churned. Later, she tried cuddling up, and I went along, feeling like a stranger in my own skin. Her touch was sandpaper, but I didn't flinch, couldn't let her suspect. After she crashed, I slipped out to the garage, my sanctuary. I double-checked my evidence, then called my folks. Dad answered, gruff as ever. Jake, what's up? Late for you. Lisa's leaving me, I said flat out. Heard her planning it. She don't know I know. Need a favor, can I stash some stuff at your place? He didn't hesitate. Bring it tomorrow. You okay, son? Been better, I admitted. Tell Mom I'll explain later. He grunted agreement, and I hung up, relieved. Next, I boxed up my grandpa's old pocket knife collection. Nothing Lisa'd miss, but mine all the same, and my best tools. Wednesday morning, I drop M off. Tuesday night, I barely slept, staring at the ceiling while Lisa snored. I kept seeing her smirk in my head, hearing he won't push back. By dawn, I was up, finishing the deck lights. Lisa left for work, kissing my cheek, saying, "You're the best, Jake." I waved her off, then hauled my stuff to my folks' place an hour away. Mom hugged me tight, eyes wet, but I told her I'd fill her in after the lawyer. Dad just clapped my shoulder and stored my boxes in the shed. Noon hit, and I met Dave at his office, a small, cluttered joint with coffee stains on the desk. He was a wiry guy, sharp-eyed, no nonsense. I laid it all out, Saturday's overheard plot, the money moves, the proof. He skimmed my photos, nodding. You're in a good spot, Jake. She hasn't filed, and you've got evidence of intent. State law's fuzzy on joint accounts, but you moving half preempts her. Smart. What's my play? I asked, leaning forward. File first, he said, tapping a pen. Tomorrow. I'll draft it. Irreconcilable differences. Split assets 50-50. No alimony. You've got no kids. Clean break. She'll fight, but your proof will keep her honest. And that deck? Your labor adds value, might factor in. I exhaled hard. She's expecting that bonus Friday. Wants to bolt after. Dave grinned, all teeth. Then we beat her to the punch. Papers will be ready by morning. Serve her Thursday night. She won't know what hit her. I shook his hand, feeling lighter. Back home, I sat on the finished deck, beer in hand, staring at the yard. Lisa get her show-off party, but it'd be her last in this house. I texted Mike, filing tomorrow. Serving Thursday. Game on. He replied, proud of you, man. She's toast. Wednesday evening, Lisa came home late, smelling like wine. Work drinks, she said, flopping on the couch. Bonus is locked, Friday for sure. She grinned, and I matched it, hiding the storm inside. Great news, I said, admit it, just not for her. Wednesday night faded into Thursday, April 3rd, 2025, and I was still Jake Tanner, the guy whose wife thought he was too dumb to dodge her knife. Lisa was buzzing about her bonus. Clueless, I'd met with Dave and set the divorce papers in motion. They'd be filed today, served tonight. The deck out back stood finished, perfect, proud, a testament to my hands and her betrayal. I was up early, sipping coffee on that deck, the morning air cool and crisp. Lisa shuffled out, all business in her work clothes. Big day, she said, adjusting her earrings. Bonus announcements at lunch. Might be home late, celebrating. Congrats, I said, raising my mug. You deserve it. She beamed, kissed my forehead, and bolted. I watched her car peel out, then called Dave. Papers ready? Filed an hour ago, he said. Process servers set for 7 p.m. at your place. She'll be blindsided. Good, I said, and hung up. I spent the day prepping, moved my clothes and a few keepsakes to my truck, parked it at Mike's shop. He'd offered his spare room, and I'd take it tonight. I left the house normal looking, Lisa wouldn't notice, till too late. She texted at noon. It's official, $12K bonus. Party at our place tomorrow. I replied, hell yeah, let's do it. She'd get her party, all right. I spent the afternoon at Mike's, unloading my stuff, then headed back home by 5, grilling burgers like nothing was up. Lisa rolled in at 6:30, giddy, a bottle of cheap champagne in hand. Jake, it's happening, she said, popping the cork. Big raise to a new chapter. She hugged me, and I hugged back, counting minutes. We ate on the deck, her babbling about work, me nodding. At 7 sharp, the doorbell rang. Lisa frowned. Who's that? No clue, I said, casual as hell, and followed her inside. The process server was a bored-looking guy in a polo. Lisa Tanner? He asked. She nodded, confused. He handed her the envelope. You've been served. He left quick, and she tore it open, I scanning the divorce filing. What the hell, Jake? She yelled, face red. This a joke? Nope, I said, leaning on the counter. Heard you Saturday under the deck, your big plan with Tara. Bonus, condo, taking half. I beat you to it. Her jaw dropped, then she swung wild, anger, tears, the works. You spied on me? That's low. Didn't spy, I said cool. Was working. You walked in talking. I've got proof, transfers, lease, text with Greg. Done playing dumb. She crumpled, sobbing, but I saw the act. It's not what you think. I was just venting. Save it. I cut in. I'm out tonight. Party's yours tomorrow. Enjoy the deck. I grabbed my keys and walked, her screams fading behind me. At Mike's, I cracked a beer, slept hard, and woke ready for her next move. Friday, April 4th, 2025, dawn bright, and I'm Jake Tanner, fresh off serving Lisa divorce papers last night. She'd been planning to ditch me post-bonus, but I flipped the script, filed first, moved my half of the savings, and left her screaming in our kitchen. I was crashing at Mike's now, my truck loaded with essentials, the deck I'd built her a bitter memory. Lisa texted at 8 a.m., party's still on. Come back, we can talk. I didn't reply, let her stew. Mike and I hit a diner for breakfast, greasy eggs, and black coffee. She'll try to spin it, he warned. Friends'll pick sides today. Let him, I said, forking hash browns. Truth's on my side. I spent the morning at a job site, framing a shed, keeping my hands busy. By 4, Lisa called, ignored it. Voicemail was her begging. Jake, don't do this. I messed up, let's fix it. Too late, sweetheart. I drove by the house at 6, parked a block away. Cars lined the street. Her work crew, Tara, some neighbors. The deck glowed with string lights I'd hung, laughter spilling out. I stayed low, watching. Tara hugged Lisa, who looked shaky but smiling, still playing the happy wife. Greg was there, slick in a blazer, too close to her. My fists clenched, but I held back. Mike met me at Rusty's after. Heard from a buddy at the party, he said. She's telling folks you flipped out, left her over nothing. Figures, I growled. Got my proof if it comes to that. Dave called. Lisa's lawyer reached out, contesting the 50-50 split, claiming I'd abandoned her. She's got no leg, Dave said. Your evidence kills her story. Mediation's next week. Saturday, I moved into a cheap rental, a one-bedroom near work. Lisa kept texting, alternating threats and pleas. I stayed silent, letting Dave handle it. By Sunday, word spread. Half our friends believed her sob story, half stuck by me. I didn't care. The deck party was her peak, and I'd let her climb it alone. It's April 27th, 2025, and I'm Jake Tanner, 3 weeks out from blowing up my 9-year marriage. Lisa's bonus hit, her party shone, but I'd served her divorce papers first, secured my cash, and walked away. Mediation was yesterday, and here's how it shook out. Lisa fought dirty, claimed I deserted her, demanded the house and alimony. Dave laid out my proof. Her lease, transfers, texts. Her lawyer squirmed. She folded fast. We split assets 50-50, house sold, no alimony. She kept the deck, till closing, then it was gone. Sold last week to a young couple who'd never know its story. I'm in my rental now, tools in the corner, a new job lined up, building a barn out in the county. Lisa's downtown, condo life, posting selfies like she won. I don't look back. Mike's still my rock, and my folks check in. Friends split, but the real ones stayed. The deck's gone, but I'm not. I'm framing a new life, one board at a time, solid, simple mine.